I'm Dr. Girish Kulkarni, and I'm a urologic oncologist at the Princess Margaret Cancer Centre at the University of Toronto. And I will be summarizing the collaborative research pitches that occurred at the first Canadian Bladder Cancer Forum held on February 18th to February 19th. On the 18th, we started off with engaging sessions by Dr. John Gore and Dr. Namira Ali Mohammed. These sessions will be summarized by Dr. Sridhar, who was one of the co-chairs of this event. We then went on to clinical research collaborative pitches, and the spirit of this session was for individuals who are interested in bladder cancer from across the country to come forward with research ideas, present them in a 3-minute pitch with 4 minutes of questions, so a 7-minute total presentation, and get feedback from the academic bladder cancer community in Canada. The offshoot or the genesis of this idea was from a similar session that we held in the fall, or actually spring of 2020 during COVID, where we had translational research projects pitched through a virtual forum, just like we did for this event. And again, we were able to get feedback and productivity and new projects started from that type of environment. So the translational research side, which is basic science, and the clinical research side, which is what we did on the 18th of February, would together constitute our research network, which we've called the Canadian Bladder Cancer Research Network, or CBCRN. The end goal of the research network is to get individuals from across Canada and outside of Canada, if they're interested, who are interested in bladder cancer, to work together to further advances in this field. So we want to engage with each other and establish firm collaborations, work with each other, and have synergistic relationships such that a project may actually become stronger with input from other individuals in the community. And finally, if we have a united front, this may help us in terms of achieving funding goals and grant submissions to get these projects done under the envelope of the Canadian Bladder Cancer Research Network, or CBCRN. So 12 projects in total were pitched. It was a session that was closed to industry, so I can't go into details on all the projects because there's some confidential information in those projects, but some examples included one that my group pitched. Dr. Louise McLaughlin is one of our fellows, and she pitched an idea of using artificial intelligence and machine learning to help better diagnose patients with upper tract urothelial carcinoma. Another idea was pitched by Dr. Luc Lavallee on studying deep vein thrombosis prophylaxis, so preventative medications in patients who are undergoing chemotherapy prior to bladder removal, cystectomy, because there's a high rate of blood clots in these individuals. Another idea from Dr. Paul Torin from Laval University involved studying a drug commonly used in prostate patients to shrink the size of the prostate, called 5-ARIs, to decrease the risk of low-risk tumors recurring. Dr. Alex Zalata presented an idea of a different BCG strain that's coming to the market, a trial that will try to confirm that it is not inferior, so just as good as the current BCG strain, and this may help us in terms of our current BCG shortage. Finally, there was a plug from Dr. Black's group at the University of British Columbia to determine whether patients who have received BCG, if their risk of COVID is lower because they have seen BCG, which can be used as a vaccine when given intramuscularly in the muscle, but usually we put it in the bladder. So those are just some examples of some of the pitches that were made. And the idea then is to move forward so that we can then work as a group, obtain funding from government or other sources, and then complete these projects. And we hope that this will be something that we can continue doing on an annual basis, bringing together ideas and fulfilling our research ambitions to further the bladder cancer cause in Canada. Thank you very much.